Monika here today with 3 productivity hacks for business women who battle with overwhelm. And we want to stop that right here and now. And you may be able to relate to how I used to be a bright, shiny object buyer of all things, because I felt that I didn't have all the answers, I wasn't ready, I felt like I needed to perfect 100 million things in my business before I was launching something. And literally it cost me years of my time, because instead of putting my stuff out there, I was buying everybody else's stuff. And maybe you are in that position right now and you're sitting there watching this video, you're totally overwhelmed because you don't know where to start, because you've got a gazillion ideas, you want to launch all these wonderful projects and offers, but you don't know where to start. So today's video will actually help you with that if you take action, right? I'm all about action. So the first productivity hack that that will help you get more productive and actually put stuff out there is you need to find your high energy time. And you need to then use that time to carve out time slots that you can set aside, where you focus on whatever you want to focus on, so you can actually work on your business and not in your business. Yes? Working on your business is actually creating the stuff that you can then launch that makes you money, so that in the future the money keeps coming in. You just have to share it with your tribe online, and when people find it and the right people find it, they will buy from you. But if your stuff is up here and it's not released into the world, then you're not going to make money, right? And you're not working on your business. So find your high energy time. For me, my high energy time, when I'm most lit up, when I'm more productive, when I can focus really well, is in the mornings. I like to usually get up early in the morning and then attack my work and be done with it by mid-afternoon. Okay, because I don't want to work at night. I don't really want to work at weekends, although sometimes I do. But I utilize my body's energy cycles to help me stay in focus and churn out a ton of work in a little amount of times. So how do I do that? The way I do that is I set aside 3 to 4 hours several times a week, usually 2 to 3 times a week, if I want to launch something. And in that time, that's all I focus on. I do not work for clients, I don't answer emails, I don't have Facebook open, I don't answer phones, I don't text. I literally shut every distraction off, and I focus only on that particular task or a list of tasks that need to be done in order, in sequence. And then I'm done, right? And I move on. And the way this works is because there's a thing called Parkinson's law. You probably heard of it, you might have not. The way this works is the time expands based on what you make of it. So in short, it means that if you don't set aside time to do something, then time will fill itself up. And you will find you have spent the last 3 hours surfing Facebook, or you spent 2 hours reading people's blog posts, or maybe you've spent an entire hour going through your email inbox. And that is time consuming. You can't afford to spend time consuming content when you should be out there talking about your stuff and sharing your leadership, your thought leadership, and actually getting people to your stuff. Okay, if you want to be a leader, if you want to be an expert, and you want to have high impact and high visibility, you need to put your shit out there, and the sooner you start, the better it will be for you. If you keep consuming other people's stuff, you're not going to be the leader. You're always going to be second, you're always going to be running behind, you're always going to be questioning what you're doing in business, and you're always going to struggle with cash flow because you're not making enough money. Okay? The second productivity hack is to then set a timer. So, you know, when I said I set aside 3 or 4 hours, my ideal time to create high impact work and really focus and be in flow is 50 minutes. You need to maybe find your own working mojo. And what I mean is the time that you can focus before your brain fizzles out and you need a break. So in the 4 hours, I would give myself 4 50-minute slots, and in between I would have a break for 10 minutes. I would get up, I make myself a cup of coffee or a tea, I go outside, I might stretch, I might play with fur babies if we house sit and pet sit, and I will just do something else outside of my computer. So I literally get out of my chair, or I go and talk to hubby, and I get my energy flowing again. Then I come back, I set the timer for another 50 minutes, and then I focus instantly and I create an immense amount of work in a very short amount of time. So maybe your working mojo is 20-minute slots, and maybe all you have is 2 times 2 hours every week. That's better than nothing. So start with that and make sure you set a timer and focus on your work. On the note of work, the third productivity hack is to focus on the one thing only. So what I mean by that is, if you have ideas for 5 different offers and you want to put them all out there at once, please don't. Okay, you're not going to succeed. You're actually going to burn out, you're going to be even more in overwhelm, and you're going to be super anxious because it's just not working. So what you want to do is you want to focus on the one offer that you want to release into the world, and you do all the steps that need to be done to make that happen. So you need to look at the big picture. Okay, I want to have a 5-week course that teaches people how to XYZ. And then you break it apart and go, okay, what do they need to know first? What's the next step they need to know? What's the third step? And so forth. And that then becomes your weekly lessons, where you can give people video training, you can give them PDFs, worksheets, tip sheets, you can even do live trainings in a Facebook group for clients. So whatever you need to communicate to give people a great product, you need to break that apart and then go about doing the steps and doing the little tasks step by step so that you can release your product into the world. And the last tip, which is not on the list of the 3 productivity hacks, is to actually set yourself a deadline. That's right. If you don't set yourself a deadline, you're going to flounder, and you're going to, again, stretch time, and Parkinson's law will kick in, because you will just, I need to do that, but I'm making an excuse this week because my cousin is here from England and I want to hang out with my cousin, so I'm not going to work on my business. And so I'm going to miss this week. And then next week you're going to get sick and you're going to be in bed and you're not going to have the energy to do it. And then a week after, your kid is sick and you need to look after your kid. And before you know it, 2 months have gone by and you're still in the same position. You're still frustrated. You're still not anywhere close to launching your amazing new shiny, bright, amazing product that other people will buy. You will keep buying other people's stuff because you're frustrated, and then you resort back to your old habit of buying other people's stuff because you feel not good enough, you're clearly not ready, you've missed something, you're missing out on the secret or the tricks or whatever. Well, let me tell you, darling, there is no secret, okay? The secret is you. You need to get your butt into gear. You need to start doing these hacks, and you need to get serious about your business and make it happen. All right? So have fun, get productive, and let me know if you have questions. Pop them in the comments below. I'll talk to you in the next video. Have a wonderful day wherever you are.